Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be just a little bit different. When I create videos to post to my YouTube channel, I often stay in that mindset that everything has to be perfect. The way I film something has to be perfect. My finished card has to be perfect. The picture I show has to be perfect. But in actual fact, what I really want my channel to be about is to show you different products, show you different ways of using things, and generally just giving you some inspiration to have a go at doing something yourself, or you taking an idea and just running with it to create your own idea. That's really what I want to do. But like I said, sometimes I get stuck in that mindset of thinking, well, that's not good enough, that card isn't perfect, I don't like the way that that's come out. So I end up filming a lot of videos that I don't end up posting. But just because I don't think that that video, is as good as other videos that are out there, it's not as perfect as other videos out there, doesn't mean that, these videos don't do exactly what I want them to do. I want to be able to show you something, an idea that I've had, or, that I've seen and adapted it slightly, and to give you some inspiration for you to do the exact same thing. So I thought really it's silly that I don't post these videos. So this video is really basic. It's got no editing unless I walked away from my desk, so I've chopped these little bits out, but it's really unedited and it's just basically just watching me craft. So I do hope you find it interesting. I'm going to play some music and then I'll come back at the end. So let's take a look at the first card that we made. I really love how this one came out actually. I've actually already did about 2 different versions of this, and I was trying to use really bright rainbow colours. So I wanted to go for that sort of rainbow theme. But then for this card, all you see me do was just use the ink that was already sat in my blending brushes, so I didn't even touch any of my ink pads, and I think it gives it that really lovely sort of soft, subtle look. And this is then using that heat emboss and resist technique, which I do have another video about. I just really love how sort of really basic and simple this looks. And again, I sort of started this with no really idea or direction of where I was going, but I actually really love the way that this one turned out. So again, the same with this card. I really had no idea what I was going to do with this. I really love doing stripes, and I love using ink directly onto paper. So I showed you in a previous video a craft haul that I did, and it included these Prism watercolor ink pads. So I added, I think it was 12 new ink pad colours to my range, and I really wanted to use those just to sort of see what the colours were like. And you might think that this card maybe looks a little bit messy. I was kind of going for that sort of grungy, almost kind of painted look, and I absolutely love the way this came out. Obviously it could be done a lot neater. Obviously you've seen me sort of try to use the cardstock, just some cardstock I had to the side, and then I ended up using the masking tape, which is obviously a product probably you should use if you want to create a really neater version of this. But I actually just really love, like I said, how sort of grungy this looks. I love them putting that stamp over it. I'm not massively fussed on the sentiment itself. I think that maybe I would change that, but in terms of like just using those colours to create that background and having that stamp over it, I think it's absolutely lush. I love it, absolutely love it. So in actual fact, just proving the point that I said at the beginning, obviously I would create perhaps this video and I would come to edit and think, those cards aren't good enough. But actually, I really love the way these cards came out. Again, I would normally have thought that they weren't particularly great. Would I want to post a video with these particular cards to my channel? But I think actually they're really great. I hope it's giving you some inspiration. If you've enjoyed this kind of video, please let me know in the comment section down below if you want to see a little bit more of this, maybe a little less of me talking. Please let me know. Also, please give it a thumbs up if you did like it. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. It really does help support me and support this channel. Thanks very much for watching, and happy crafting.